am Lisa Williams, your vision board queen, and I'm here to talk to you all things vision boards and anything to do with vision boards. So if you are interested in vision boarding, then do hit that subscribe button. This episode, we're going to be talking to the lovely Janine, and we're going to be talking about how networking can help you with your business dreams. Hello, I am super excited to welcome the lovely Janine onto this week's episode. And Janine is going to talk to us about how to build our network to create that business dream that we desire, which I'm really excited about. I'm a massive networking fan, so this is going to be a super exciting episode. So welcome, Janine.
Hello, Lisa. Thank you very much for having me.
You're very welcome. Would you like to introduce yourself to the listeners and viewers today?
Yes, of course. So, my name's Janine Friston and I run the Female Business Network. So, I started my business back in 2018. And then in 2021, I launched the Female Business Network. And I'm all about helping women in business to connect with each other, to network, and to build those relationships that's going to help them grow their business and make their dreams a reality, hopefully.
Exciting. Well, you know, I'm a huge fan of networking, and I have pretty
Yeah.
much been following you since you launched the Female Business Network. So why would you say networking is essential in order to have that business that they desire?
Yeah, so I always say that networking is one of the three main areas that you should focus on as the business owner when you're looking to grow and to achieve your business dreams. But I do also think it's one of the things that people forget about or ignore or perhaps feel a bit afraid of doing potentially. Um, and the reason why I think it's, one of the most important things is that because making those connections and building those relationships is crucial to growing your audience, to boosting your confidence, and ultimately then growing your business. Because chatting to people, talking to people, having conversations, going for a coffee, having a Zoom meeting, whatever it might be, you can have some brilliant conversations that you never know where they're going to lead. So things like this, collaborating, you and I collaborating over this today, and you've been into my group and done a couple of, masterclasses and lives around vision boards and things. Those things happen through networking, and those opportunities happen through talking to people and having conversations. And that's what I love about what I do in my business.
Fabulous. So where did that start for you then? What kind of give you the passion to bring networking to as your business model? That is your whole business model, isn't it?
It is mainly, yeah. So it started back in 2018 when I started my first business, and I'd never been a business owner before, but I'd heard of this term called networking that I thought I should do. So I attended some events, and I just didn't like it. I was lacking in confidence. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know anybody. I felt out of place, and I didn't feel welcome basically. I thought networking can't be this. This can't be what everyone talks about networking about. So I went ahead and created my own networking event. So I created a women in business group where I am here in South Manchester, and started to host my own events. And I wanted them to be different. I wanted them to be welcoming. I wanted people to come in and have conversations and build relationships. It's not about selling. And I felt the networking groups that I had been to originally were about making the sale and who can talk the loudest. And just going out there and just selling. And I didn't want that. I wanted to build a community where people can build relationships, have conversations, have some time out of their business potentially as well, and in a space with people that understand what they're going through. And that's why I love the Female Business Network. It's because, as women, quite a lot of us are going through the same things. So being able to focus in on that is what I love doing. And yeah, that's why I've now niched down into literally just, helping women to connect and grow.
And that is, I can obviously vouch for your network meetings. I have attended a few online, and they are definitely by far salesy at all. They are very friendly. I have made some lovely connections inside them as well. So, and they are definitely, and I even asked for some advice in one of them. I got lots of, people offering to help and stuff. So they
Hmm.
are definitely, by far not salesy at all. So what would you say the benefits are of networking for someone who is, so let's say now someone has, created a vision board and they want to start a business or they want to grow their existing business, and networking is something that they need to do, but they probably don't really know where to start. What would you say the benefits are for them?
Yeah, I mean, the benefits, there's so many benefits of networking. It really does depend on what they're looking for. Different people attend networking events for different reasons. For some people, it's about growing their audience, and by attending events, you're going to be able to talk and share about your business. You're going to be able to add value. And that's one of the things that I talk about a lot, is that by having conversations, offering that support, like you said in the meetings, giving your advice, giving your expertise, giving your feedback, you're actually adding value to those meetings and growing your audience and growing your credibility and awareness of you. So that's another reason why I think people need to attend events, is to build that knowledge and to build that credibility for themselves out there. For some people, attending events, quite a lot of us now are working from home. We're working on our own. It can be quite lonely and isolating. So for some people, they might want to get out and meet new people and to build, just to get out of their business and to spend a little bit of time. They might not know anyone that's in business themselves. And so if they're looking to grow their business
Yeah,
and they know networking is part of it,
for me, that is one of the key things, because
yeah.
obviously working from home myself, I having that in-person connection with people, having that energies with people, I attend, I run quite a lot of spiritual events, which you
Hmm.
you well know, Janine. So for me, it's having that in-person connection with those people, because that is what I vibe off, that is how I feel energetic, that is what makes me feel good. So that
Yeah.
in-person connection for me is one of the key things, and
Yeah. I mean,
it's it's
just
really
before
important. Yeah,
yeah, just before we recorded this, I've just come off one of my networking calls actually, and everyone at the end, you can see the energy, even though it was an online meeting, it wasn't an in-person meeting, this one, but the energy of people that are on the line, the people that have never met each other before are talking and sharing and learning and asking questions, and they're going away feeling, motivated to go out
yeah.
there and do something.
Feeling the
So for some,
vibe, feeling the
yeah,
energy, and when
yeah.
you feel that high vibe, your vision board will actually start working more because you are increasing your vibrations, and that is what it
Yes.
is it's all linked together. So if you are going out, you are getting high energy from people around you, you are in that right circle, then you are going to be vibrating on a high frequency. So that is just magic in itself.
And you learn so much from each other as well. So, going networking, another benefit is you're going to learn new skills. So if on your vision board or your dream you've got that you want to learn about a particular skill or something like that, by attending events you're going to meet people potentially that can help you in that.
Yeah,
And you're going to get those tips and hints, advice. You're going to be able to meet people that can help you achieve that as well, and get to know them so that then you feel comfortable working with them in the future.
yeah, absolutely. So would you say that in order to grow the business of someone's dreams, in terms of whatever that dream may be, it could be, like you said before, growing their customer base, growing financially, would you say networking is a big part of that?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I
Yeah,
think, I grew my first business through networking, through both attending and hosting my events. And the Female Business Network was started using that current network, but it's grown naturally through me networking with other people, and with other groups and attending events, and but also spending time, networking online. And by that, I mean talking to people, having conversations with people online, you know online, sometimes we just put our posts out on social media, for instance, and just don't do anything else with it, or we join loads of groups and just stay in the background. But actually, you can network in those groups, you can network online, you can have those conversations and build relationships online. That's going to help you in your business.
So what would
So
you, so this isn't something that I'd plan to cover, but so obviously networking online, if this is the first point for somebody, what would you say for them to start? Where would they start with that?
I would suggest, if you've got the group, if you choose Facebook, for instance, you can choose any platform. It could be Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, whichever platform you want to use. But if we choose Facebook and you're in Facebook groups, for instance, get involved in the conversations. So get involved in the conversations of people that are there, that are talking, whether or not it's the admin of the group or people that are raising questions in the group. um, Start to build those relationships in those groups as well, start to add value in those groups. So if you can see that people are asking certain questions and you've got experience or knowledge or anything like that, add value, help them, support them. That's going to help to build awareness of you in that group. It's going to help to build your credibility, and then sooner, you're going to be seen as someone who is helpful, supportive, knowledgeable in that area, and that's going to help your network to grow on the back of that.
Yeah, definitely. There's nothing worse than obviously being in a group and just sitting in the background, really. And as a group owner, I don't want that for people. I want people to
No.
get involved. So if you've joined my group, I want you to be in there. I want you to share your visions. I want you to share,
Mm.
what you're manifesting. I want you to be an active member. I want you to be in there to learn from the posts and be part of that community and feel the vibrations inside the group that we're rooting for you to achieve your dreams. So
Yeah.
and I want that for people. So it does go to show that I know life can actually stop us in terms of sometimes life can be busy, but how much time would you say someone should spend networking a day then?
Um, I think it really depends. I mean, if you're in, I would say pick and choose your group. So if you're networking online, for instance, so if you think social media networking, I would say between 30 and 40 minutes a day. And you can separate that into different parts of the day. So, 10, 15 minutes in the
Yeah.
morning, 10, 15 minutes in the afternoon, engage, get involved, ask questions, give feedback, ideas, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, so I'd say, 30 minutes or so a day. And then with regards to networking generally, I would say try lots of different groups. There are so many networking groups out there. Choose the ones that you feel is gonna hopefully be, your ideal customer, but hopefully it's going to give you what you want and what you are, wanting from your board and from your business, and your dreams and things like that. That's what, was talking about today. So choose the right groups that are right for you, and you might have to try lots of different groups before you find them.
Yeah.
But once you have found them, make sure you show up consistently. So we talk about, consistency in business all the time, but networking is no different. Don't think that you're going to attend an event and get lots of sales and get lots of new customers and your income's going to grow as a result
No,
of it.
it's
That should be the
completely
last thing that
opposite.
you think about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's about building those connections, isn't it? And yeah, I get you've got a goal of why you want to go networking. You like obviously to grow your audience, or it could be to increase your customer base, but don't go with that as your sole focus. Be open to what's there, what's available, what connections you can make, what conversations you can have, and
Mhm.
come away with that feeling of gratitude of the people you've been surrounded with. And I always find that networking for me has always come back later. Like, so I've gone to a meeting and maybe later down the line someone was like, oh, I met you at such and such a meeting. Like today I've got a lady on the podcast who's doing a recording today who again I met online at a networking type event. I've met her in person at a networking type event. And then we got chatting and she was interested in coming on and recording podcast. Now,
Mhm.
I didn't know we had similar interests,
Yeah.
because that conversation didn't happen at the networking meeting. It happened later when we connected or off online.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, this is why I love networking because, your vision, your dreams might be to build your business and to increase your visibility or to grow your business, whatever it might be. And social media and all those sort of things are important. We know that. But also, I remember people that I've met in person, and in person, I include online networking as well. So whether it's online via Zoom, in-person meetings, people that are getting involved in groups regularly, consistently. But generally speaking, getting to know people and talking to people. If someone said to me, "Oh, do you know someone that does X, Y, and Z?" If I've met them, chatted to them, seen them in a networking meeting, that's easier for me to remember
Yeah,
than say, "Oh,
I am so
someone on
bad.
Instagram. I can't
I
remember what
am
the post was about
terrible.
now."
Yeah, I am the worst, Janine, honestly, right? The amount of people that come up to me go, "Oh, you're that vision board queen lady." I'm like, "Who are you?" Because
Yeah,
I
no, I
because
get that.
it's just a
Yeah,
social media, I completely have no recollection of who they are because I haven't met them. But if I've met them and I've been introduced to them, or if I've seen them, I will be more likely to remember them because I'm really good
yeah,
at
100%.
remembering situations and
Hmm.
scenarios and occasions. I could tell you what happened 10 years ago at someone's birthday party. Okay, but I couldn't tell you 10 minutes ago if I've just liked someone's post on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because,
Sometimes you don't even see whose post it is. You just see the post. You don't see the name of the person
yeah,
whose post it is even. And then you got to go and try and find it. It's like with the algorithms of social media, you've
yeah,
no hope
and
of finding it, have you?
names for me are horrendous. If I've met you, I will remember your name. But on
Yeah.
Facebook, or I am the worst, and I hold my hands up at that. And everyone knows that. And if someone does come up to me and say, "Oh, you're that vision board queen," I'm so sorry. I am really rubbish at remembering people's faces and names. So you're gonna have to
Yeah.
tell me who you are.
And where did I meet you? And
Yeah.
then you have
So
an idea. But
yeah,
this is why networking is so important for your vision board, for
yeah.
your confidence boosting, because you do get to have those conversations and see people,
Yeah.
talk to
And
people.
like now I am comfortable in basically being honest. Say, look, I'm really rubbish at remembering people's names and faces. So you're gonna have to tell me who you are. But before I would have just pretended that I remembered them. I would have just gone along with it and I would have just been like, oh yeah, I have no idea who you are. But yeah. So it is a confidence thing, and it's the more you do that, the more you get out there. So, what top tips have you got for networking then? I know we've shared quite a few things already. We've shared about the essential reasons to network, we've shared about the benefits of networking. So, is there any more top tips that you've got that you would like to share with everybody?
Yeah, so just a few top tips generally is obviously the number one thing is to just see networking as having a conversation and being there to have those conversations with people. Don't see networking as a selling opportunity, seeing it as building relationships and growing your audience point of view. Um, Thirdly is to follow up. So if you have it when you are attending meetings, um, make sure you follow up with people that have been there. There will be people that you've thought, oh, they're interesting. I'd like to find out a bit more about them, or they've got a service that I might want to use in the future, or someone that I'm working with would want to know about it if you're a coach or whatever. So follow up with them, send them a message after. Don't just leave the networking meeting and then not do anything with it. Um, you know, message people, make sure you follow them on social media, send them an email and say how lovely it was to meet you at, Lisa's event or whatever it might have been.
Yeah, follow
And
up
you're
is really,
interested.
really important. And that's what I did in order to get the lady that's coming on this afternoon to record a podcast. I followed up with her after the event. And, we got chatting about water, cold swimming water, we got chatting about other stuff, and then we got chatting about the podcast. So it is
Yeah.
just general, that follow-up process is really, really important.
Yeah, exactly. And people I think are a little bit scared of networking sometimes. It might be on their board or, on their list of things they'd love to do and know they should be doing, but they're a bit scared of networking, scared of getting out there and introducing themselves and doing their pitch and things like that. So, just keep it short, sweet, to the point, and let people come to you and ask you questions and just as I say, the main thing is to see it as conversations and how it's going to benefit you to increase your visibility and learn from it, really.
Amazing. So I believe that everyone listening to this is able to achieve their business dreams. Okay. But I want you to step outside of that comfort zone, and I want you to go to a new network meeting, join a new networking group, reach out to somebody maybe you've met at a networking group but have been scared to reach out to them, and step outside of that comfort zone and really push your boundaries and network
Mhm.
and make that networking something that is going to benefit the growth of your business. So that is my little task for you guys to do.
I
So
love how you always do tasks on your podcast.
oh,
It's
it,
great.
I do, because at the end of the day, what's worse than listening to something and not taking the action? You can listen to
100%.
something all day, but if you're not going to take the action, you're not going to do anything about it. So a
Mhm.
little task at the end is always good to do, because otherwise you're going to then take the action. If someone gives you a task, and like me, I'd be like, oh, I've got to go and do that now. You
Yeah.
know, I'm going to take
Yeah.
the action. And it's the taking the action that's going to be that inspired action towards their visions. So, Janine, before we go, let everybody know where they can come and find you.
Mhm. Okay, so you can find me at on Instagram. I'm Female Business Network on Instagram. And also I've got a website, the femalebusinessnetwork.co.uk. So I host online events and in-person networking events as well. So people are more than welcome to come and have a taste and have a try of some of my networking meetings online or in person and seeing if they're right for you. And I say take that action and come and join in and meet some lovely women in business, basically.
Fabulous. And I believe you have a new subscription business box available. Do you want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, so this has come, I think I've had it on my board for a couple of years of some description doing something with a subscription box. I was never quite sure what that would be. Um, and then this year I have launched the Balanced Entrepreneur. And basically that's about, lots of us have work-life balance on our boards, on our vision, on our dreams, on our goals, that as female business owners, we want a better work-life balance. We want to be there for the kids, be more flexible, earn the income that we want, whatever it might be. So the Balanced Entrepreneur is a new subscription box where every month there'll be business advice, there'll be business information, stationery, but also importantly, well-being, hints and tips and products. There are pamper treats. It's basically a box full of goodies delivered to you every month that's going to help you in your business, but also make sure you take time out of
Is
your
that
business as
right?
well.
Yeah. So important. Really is so important. So thank you so much for joining us this week. I'm really excited to have you. Like I said at the beginning, we've been connected for some time since you just started the Female Business Network. And, it's been lovely to have you sharing your knowledge today on this week's episode. So many thank you.
Thank you so much for inviting me and hope it's been useful to some of your listeners.
I'm sure it has been. Thank you so much, Janine.
Thank you.
What an incredible session that was from the lovely Janine, sharing all things networking. So, if you need to push your boundaries with your networking to grow your business, then do follow Janine and find out more about how networking can help you. And if you are wanting to find out more about vision boards and how they can help you, hit that subscribe button and follow me for more vision board hints and tips.